There are two fundamentally different types of questions that are often asked in science: teleological questions and mechanistic questions. For example, scientists may ask why humans can produce concentrated urine. The same scientists may note that humans have been able to inhabit some of the most arid environments on Earth. Thus, he or she may guess that the reason why humans can produce concentrated urine is that it helps them survive in very dry areas. This type of reasoning is called teleological. This teleological approach involves searching for a reason or explanation for something as a function of its end, purpose, or goal. It's derived from the two Greek words, teleos, end or goal or purpose, and logos, meaning reason or explanation. Thus, for a Hohokam Indian living in Arizona, who could conserve a Hohokam Indian living in Arizona who could conserve water by making concentrated urine, may have lived and had more offspring than another who couldn't produce such concentrated urine. Therefore, making concentrated urine has an adaptive significance for humans living in an arid environment. So yes, this is a teleological argument. It's saying that there's a reason for this. It helps you survive, and so it has adaptive significance. So this type of reasoning is called teleological. It's also sometimes considered ultimate. For example, an ultimate question or an ultimate explanation also essentially has to do with fitness consequence of a trait. So again, this Hohokam Indian that can make very concentrated urine would have lived and had more offspring and so forth. Now, there's another type of question, which is a mechanistic question. Scientists may ask questions such as this. Mechanistic questions involve attempts to understand how something occurs. For example, how does a person living in an environment with limited access to water conserve water? What mechanisms are used by their kidneys to make this concentrated urine, thereby conserving water? Okay, so let's look at some more examples. Let's do red blood cells. Teleological: why do red blood cells transport oxygen? So this is a why question. Because cells need oxygen and red blood cells brings it to them. Mechanistically, you can look at the same phenomenon. How does a red blood cell transport oxygen? Well, we can look at what's going on at the molecular level. Oxygen binds to hemoglobin molecules that are contained in red blood cells. And so that would be a mechanistic explanation. Okay, so that's it. There's teleological and mechanistic questions and explanations. Those are also often referred to as ultimate and proximate. Proximate has to do with mechanistic an explanation of exactly how something occurs, and then ultimate is, well, what's the reason for this? What's the evolutionary fitness consequence of having this particular trait?